Namaste, Suprabhatam. Good morning, all students. Welcome to the day 9th of Sharada Lipi class. Today we will start with the Matras in how we do Matra in Sharada. So before we go to the corrections which Veronica ji will take us, so there is a request that we should, I think, start with the whatever we have with Veronica had done Panchastavi. So I will recite the very first shloka of Panchastavi. Indrasev sharasana sidadati madde lalatam prabham शौक्लीं कान्तिमनूष्ण गौरविशर स्यातन्वती सर्वता एषासौ त्रिपुरा हृदि तितिर्यो नाशो सदा स्थिता छिन्दाना सहसा पदैस्त्रिभिर्गं ज्योतिर्मयी वाङ्मयी. So with this, I will hand over the presentation to Veronica ji to tell us about the corrections. It will be very short because most of the students we reviewed the assignments from everybody. So we will just touch upon few corrections what we have noticed. Yeah, Veronica ji, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Rakesh ji. So in today's corrections, most of the things that we have already discussed, this bha, the ending point, where you stop, it should stop near the central line and take it little upwards. That is the right formation of verb. You can take it little upwards as it is shown here. Don't stop when you come to the middle point. Don't stop it just at the center. Just take it little upwards. That's the right formation of bha. And in sh and sir, this corner that we yesterday also discussed, this corner at the left hand side in sh and sir both is very, very important. So somewhere yesterday also we saw that the corners were rounded. So just please take note of that. Rest all the corrections what we have done is the same thing. Nothing new. So I won't take much time. In this I and A here, most of the students what they are doing, they're just stretching this curvature, they're stretching it all over the shirorekha. Just try to keep it little shorter. Don't stretch it all over the shirorekha. And in na, this na again, the line, this line at the right hand side, it should not be too long. Just try to keep it within the frame of the entire character. And la again, when you draw this la, just try to bend it a little towards the left side. Try to curve it inwards. That's the right la in Sharda. Little different from how we write in Devanagari. Rest all the corrections we have already discussed, so there is nothing more here. So Rakesh ji, you can start with the class now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, students. So before I start the matra, I will just point out one very important information to students that going forward today onwards, do the homework as we tell you, because there is a structure of learning. There is certain Sharda characters what I mean to say, when we learn the matra or we learn the conjuncts, when I give an example today, suppose if I take an example of per, there are it suppose I'm writing pa, per a pa, that does not mean that that rule that are applicables for all the characters in the same way. Similarly, the u, so there are different variations. That is the reason that do not assume that whatever we are showing the matras is applicable for all. If it is not, we will tell you in this class where it is different and how it is different. Go with the structure of this class, and we will also tell you some exceptions. Sometimes, Sharda, there are very different rules. In fact, from today onwards, we are coming into a very beautiful way of teaching. Means there is like you will it's very challenging, and it will be very interesting for students because you will have to memorize those rules. You have to memorize those exceptions where this matras or any other conjunct rules will not follow. So like today, when I take this example, I will take the example of per. So as I have just pointed out here in Devanagari, so now the students can ask questions why you did not took the k, because k is the first akshara in the consonants category. That is the reason I'm saying we will go with the structure of this class. There are certain reasons why k is not taken. There are some rules. I will again repeat. Do the homeworks or any assignments with the course of the structure of this workshop or the training what we are doing. Do not try to apply this to all the character until unless it is told to you. If there are some because there are exceptions, if you miss that, it will be very confusing, and you will not be able to catch that. So this, I can say, next 1 week it is it is challenging, for more challenging to the teachers, because it is our interest also that whatever we show you or teach you the exceptions, the students do not get confused. We give you the proper instructions in a proper structured way. So that is the reason I'm just giving that information before we start. So let us do that. So in matra, we will take the same, as I have just kept this picture here on the right side because we will use the same mantras in as Devanagari. This we have shown. So we will use the same per. Now, first we will have to learn, like example, when in Devanagari, when we put per, so I think it is like this. So this is halant. We know that it is, if we don't put halant, it is per, per plus a. Like example, if I have to divide that, just trying to give this information because there may be students who may not be aware of this. So anytime when we write this per, it is actually the original consonant is per. I am writing Devanagari right now, and then it is uh, so that is how this is per. So as I have explained you, because is most of the consonants, is present. Is, we already, when we were learning the tattvas, is the chit shakti, which is the supreme consciousness. Supreme consciousness is everywhere prevailing. So all the consonants will have attached to it. It is by default. Is the chit shakti, or the first tattva of in Kashmiri Shaivism. It is also called the supreme consciousness, or whatever we name it. but this is every time. That is why if I now have to do just because we learnt in Devanagari, I have to show how do we put halant in, because there are some mantras we will have to sometimes write half letter also. This is half letter, it is not full, because full is only when is attached to it. Otherwise it is per. When I attach then it becomes per. So when I write the same thing in Sharda, I don't have to teach this per, but the interest is to show the matra. Here what I do, I put small, even though per was not having a shirolekha, because I have to use an halant. So halant in Sharda is straight line, little above the shirolekha, and then just do a bend here. Just do a bend here, which becomes per. If I don't add this line, it is just per. So like in Devanagari, we just put one uh, line bottom. Here what we do is straight line, even it has to cross the shirolekha above. So when I will just make my pen a little thicker. So this is we will take questions, but let us do 3 4, and then in between we take the questions. So this p must be clear with the students. Now I will come to the first akshara, which is the a, how we write pa. So pa in, if I have to write that in Devanagari, we know that it is like a horizontal line. But in Sharda, what we do is a very small line, a very small line on right hand side. I think today, okay, I will still try to write with a shorter pen for the interest of students, even though it may not be needed because it is self-explanatory. But yes, it is good because that is so. This is pa. So this a matra is just a small line, where in Devanagari it was a complete line equivalent to the character itself, so which is pa. So here in Sharda, we learned that pa a matra is just a small line on right hand side. Now a, we'll write matra a. So this is a p. So in Devanagari, in Sharda, this matra is the same. There is no difference, because there was an, so this becomes p. No difference. Just without shirolekha, we have learned how do we draw per. That is how we have written p. So this is I matra in Sharda, which is the same as I matra in Devanagari. There is no difference in these two. Similarly, if I have to draw E, P, it is P, same way as I have told. This becomes P. So I hope this is clear. There is no confusion in this, because this is the same matra E and E which we use in Devanagari also. We will come to U. So U in Devanagari, it is like this. But when we write in Sharada, this is per. Oh, please take an attention here. Just draw a small triangle here. This becomes pu. I again explain. Don't make it too big. Do not try to, let me just show you some mistakes which can happen. Don't make it too big. This is not correct. This becomes some other character or some other conjunct in Sharada. So you have to be very careful that when we draw pu, very small, very small triangle type of figure below at the last of that vertical line. So this becomes pu. I hope this is clear. Do not worry, students. We will take questions. I will explain. Now we will come to pu. So this is Devanagari pu. So in Sharda, what we do here, pa, see here, almost like a 135-degree angle towards this. This becomes pu. Do not try to keep it short. Do not try to keep it just this much. This is not correct. Just try to little bit extend, almost aligning to the character, to this particular line. This becomes pu. Now if I have to draw with the conventional pen, pu, u, u. So this is the u matra in Sharda. I think I will just pause here. If there are any questions, students can ask.
Uh, for the halant, that one,
Okay.
is the bend on the right a sharp one? Is the
Yes,
question.
it's a sharp. I will draw that again. I will put that bend. When I draw this character, this is straight line. This is straight here. There is no bend here. Come here, and then no curve, just a sharp right angle. Just not even a right angle. It's little bit more than uh, right angle. So it's like a sharp bending towards right slightly. Yes.
For P, do we start the E matra from the first or the second line of
Yes. We start here.
question?
We start here. Yes, that's correct.
No, the short one. P, hrasva.
Oh yeah, we start here. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So yes, I mean somebody saying that in Devanagari we take it from this line, the second
Ah,
line. So
yes.
uh, is there a round in Shirorekha in this P and P is what
Yeah, this is round. This is round here.
I
Yes.
mean, is it should be a closed loop or just this one? Because I think
No.
first
I
time,
think this one is enough. Okay. What I think students are asking like this, right?
yeah, as in should it be a full
Yeah.
round or should it
No.
be a
Not full round. Not full round. It just like this.
okay?
Then here it is.
So even in P, it is a, I mean, there is
Yes.
a gap.
Yes. That's correct.
Okay.
E is also,
Uh,
this is P.
okay.
Yeah.
For okay, there's a question for P, that is the long one.
Uh-huh.
Is there a Shirorekha for the complete letter? No, right? It's only that short one at the right.
You're talking
The
about
Shiro
P?
P,
Yeah,
yeah,
only for the short. Complete rekha cannot be, because otherwise it will not become P. Yes.
yeah.
It's only for this E I'm putting a Shirolekha. Yes.
Okay. Uh, okay. I don't know. Many people are asking to repeat, but I think we have the video recording, so you
No
can
problem. I
probably,
can
yeah.
just draw it. P. First, I will just draw. No harm in repeating. Uh, this is P. That means halant. This is Pa, which is A matra. This is I, which is P, I matra. This is P, which is I matra. This is Pu, just a small triangle below, which is Pu matra. And then this here, when I have to write Pu, just like this. This is Pu. Do not go with this. It was already there. It's a, so this is Pu. When I take a line like this becomes Pu.
So, Ji, in that Poo, the
Uh-huh.
lower triangle, is it like the triangles of, say, E, the
Yes,
sharp triangle?
yes, absolutely correct. Like we have drawn in E, like we have drawn in R, it's that triangle. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So it's like this,
Um,
just a triangle. Yes.
uh, okay, there is a question. Is there a Shirorekha required on Per while writing Poo and Poo?
No, no,
Mm,
no, no.
no. Okay.
We don't do that.
Okay, so I think that's it. We can go, but there are some people are asking questions about, other letters. I think G
We will.
already
I
told
will come
right
to
at
that.
the beginning that please concentrate on only the letter which we are studying now. And he
Yes.
specifically asked us not to extend it to other letters because there may be differences. So we will first learn the per one and then we will go to the other
I will
letters.
tell in at the end, I will also tell students for this matra when they have to do practice, which characters they can use for practicing the same thing. I will talk about that. But right now let us focus only on per. Otherwise, there can be a question, why did not I start with ka? Because there are some rules. Ka does not follow some rules. So it is a very special character in Sharda. So we will come to that. Do not worry. We will explain you. So intention is to take you in a very structured way of learning. Otherwise, it will get very jumbled and there will be confusions. Now we will go to the R matra. I think that is it is the same when I write in Devanagari. It is this is how it is. In Sharda also it is the same. There is no difference. This is pr. Now when I have to write re matra, so then in it is the same. Here what we do, we just to take it one more, and in Sharada also same. There is no difference in these two. In R, when we take the R and R, there are two additional vowels also which we have learned, which is L. I will try to show that very exceptionally used. I do not know where they're used, but we will. So it is the same. We just draw that character here. And in Sharda also, no difference. These the Shanta Bijas, Matras are written in the same way. There is no difference. Same when I have to write the other L. So here I put one more angle. In Sharda also, I put the same angle here. There is no difference. Only difference is here that only the per, which in Sharda there is no Shirulekha, and a small bend when I start writing from the left. So that is the only difference. So I will explain these four once again. I know because there can be confusion. So this is R matra, pr, which becomes pr. In Sharda also it is same. There is no difference. When I write R, so it is this additional one more curve. In Sharda also I do the same. There is no difference in R and R. Similarly, L and L, so same. This is L, and when I have to put the R, this is R. R. Very difficult to even pronounce that. So these four, we do not have any difference. So we will write in the same way. I will come to next pay, A matra and I matra. So in yeah, so in it is just pay in 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 Sharda when I write, I just this is pay. There is no just an horizontal line on top of that character becomes a pay. And when I draw the I, we have seen here it is second line. In Sharda, I'll put another line. So this is pi. So same. There is no there is only a difference. I will show once again. So when this is pay in Sharda, what we do, we just whether there is a character of Shirolekha or not, I think you have to put every time A is this is pay. And when I have to do I, here it is second line. In Sharda, we just draw pi. So this is how it is drawn in Sharda. I will show now O and O. So in O, Sharda, when we write, it is this, and then here. This is Po. Students, you have to be very careful here. What I do here in Sharda, you just take with this line little bit additional. This can be drawn a little bit different way also. This, you see this curvature, you see this type of figure. This is Po. I will draw it completely new. I will just draw even the p. When I have to draw po, o matra, p, you can just, this has to come on the right hand side of this character. This is po. I hope this is clear. I will also try to draw with the pen. Do not worry, we will take questions. I know there will be some confusion. This is just like an 3 in this particular. This becomes po. So this is Sharada po. Now when I have to write pau, what I do, again, be careful here. I just extend this line little bit beyond. This is po. This is po. And what I do here, I put small triangle here from the point I started. This becomes pau. So if I have to draw pau, I will again draw it. This is pau. So o and au. So when it was without this particular point of the this triangle, so it is po. When I add that, it becomes pau. This additional, it becomes pau. Now I think this will be very easy. So we write pum. If I have to write in Devanagari also, this is pum. This is pum of the matra matra. No difference in Devanagari and Sharda. And this is pa. I will draw all of these once again because I will draw, because we have drawn a and I, u, we have drawn 2 times. Even I will repeat this pay pi once again for the benefit of students. So this was pay, this is pay, this is pi, this is pi, this is po, this is po, this is pau, this is pau. Pum and I think they're very easy. I do not have to repeat. So yes, we will take questions before, and then I can show the same things. I will draw with another character in Sharda so that students will understand it. I will take a little difficult one, which is the ch. I will show you how to draw it, and then I will show you some other rules. Before that, we will just take the questions.
One question being asked by many people, that the pr in the pr and pr in Sharada, it looks like sideways, but Devanagari we usually write it with the
Isn't it
straight.
same in Devanagari?
No, Devanagari we usually write it with like a C
It
below the
comes
p.
directly under the vertical line in Devanagari.
We put a C, small
Right.
C below the p directly.
Oh, okay. Right. You're telling like this.
Yeah,
Like a
that
C,
kind.
Oh,
inverted
Yeah.
C.
okay. My mistake. Yes, you're right. Here we
Okay.
do not write C. We just bend it. We just bend upwards. Absolutely. Right.
I mean,
I
it's
have
like a
overseen that.
different angle. I think the
Yes.
same.
Yes. Absolutely. Correct.
Okay.
And okay, then I think R will be like this in Devanagari. Here I again do in the same up facing upwards. Yes.
Okay. One second. I'm seeing if there are any other questions because a lot of people have written about this pru, so I have to find the
Okay.
other
Okay.
questions. Okay. In the pay, so should it is that line on the top, is it to the center, fully
Yes.
covering the character?
It has to cover the full character. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so there's one more question I actually did not understand, even though I asked twice. What is the difference between pay and a in A? Somebody says they look the same, but
Okay. That is the same. Like, see, when A,
yeah, I mean, it
I do
does
not.
not
I do
look
not
the
understood.
same. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's actually in no way similar, so I don't know what
Yeah.
is actually meant by the question. In I, or rather the pi, should
Uh-huh.
the two matras be aligned to each other? Somebody is asking.
Yeah. They have to be together. Yes. They're parallel lines. Yes. And of the same width. Yes.
Yeah. In the matra for O, should the
Mhm.
Shirorekha end at the matra or should it be extended?
When I was drawing per, I it can end it there itself. Yes. It can just end here. There is no problem.
Okay.
You have to again, like example, I will come to that next picture. Now suppose example, when I have to write no, students can, because this has a Shirolekha, students can have tendency of writing it here, no, which is in Sharda it is not correct. We put O almost on the right hand side of where they join. So
Yeah.
very important point here again, because I took per of as an example, but in no also, when I have to write no, I will draw no for no and other character, I will draw for all these, then we can take the common questions. But that it's always, if you see here, like, or example, I have to write cho, I put it slightly on the right hand side, and then when I have to write au, I write au. Here I have to take a like a small, I will extend it a little bit, I will put ow. This is now, this is chow.
Okay.
Let me take a few. Are there any questions?
Yes. The
Mhm.
swara L, that so somebody is commenting, it is normally, that is the pure swara is written differently in Sharada, but the matra is similar to Devanagari. Is
Yes,
that?
yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. That's correct.
Uh, yeah. So there were a couple of questions about the pra, but I think, I mean, that is a different thing
Yeah.
because the pra is a consonant joining pakara and r, whereas this is the
Yes.
vowel. So I'm sure we will come to it later when we're
Yes.
joining the
Yes. Yeah, we will do that.
kanjantaka.
We'll come to that later. Yes.
Yeah.
It's pr. It's
Uh,
not pr. Yes.
right. So I think that's it, G. You can.
Okay, sure. So what I will do, I will take another two characters together. I will take them together, maybe two or three. We will do that, and students can do the practice on these characters what we are showing it. So let me just take n and ch only. So na, ch, Na. Cha. Ni. Ni. Ch. Chi. Nu. Nu. Important here. This is chu. Otherwise, you will not be able to draw a triangle here. You see here, how will I draw the triangle? There is no place, right? So what I do, I take little shirolekha and then you put here, chu, chu. Now questions, students can ask question, how is ku? We will come to that. That's why I said, we will go with the structure what we are showing. We will come to chu. You do not practice k in your assignments today. Please practice na. I will tell at the end what all the characters you can practice. So because there was no space, if I had to draw the triangle, it is very understood here. There is no place here. So I put little bit and here chu. Similarly, when I have to draw chu, I cannot do it like this. So little shirolekha to aid that, and then this is chu. Nr, 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 ch. Again, I don't have a place to put the r. I did little ch, very little. Ch, nr, 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 nr. This is how it is. Same thing when I have to put for the ch. Because there is no place, I will bring it little down. Then I will draw this. Slight. This, please be sure in ch, do not make it like a curve, very small indicative, just because you are helping that matra on that particular akshara. That's why you're just aiding that matra to come and beautify this consonant. In order to do that, we just put little line. So same thing. This is ne, nai, che, chai, no, now. Here I don't have to extend it because the matra which is there to add this consonant, it is above. So there is nothing to be disturbed below. So this is not correct. It has to, you have to explicitly show this. You cannot just put like this because then I'm not able to see that bend. This is very, very important when we put O matra. So please express that. Express that. This is like a three type of thing. It has to be very clearly seen on that character. Otherwise, it will be difficult to recognize that. So this is cho, chow. I think nam and na are very self-explanatory. I do not have to spend much time on that. Similarly, cham, cha. So this is how we do the matras. So before I go to explanation, further explanation, any questions?
Yes, G. Um, is the au matra horizontal or slant?
Yes,
Is a
it is.
question.
It is slanted. It is slightly slanted. You see here when there is an here and then there is like a triangle here. It is slight slanted, more than 45-degree, but almost like it. I cannot say that, but it's, yes, it's a slanted. You see, it's slanted. It's not straight. It's not like
Yeah.
this. Yes.
Yeah. Can we take the r matra for cha from the
Yes.
right hand side instead of center?
You know, we will have to take from the center.
Yeah. How big should the l matra be?
That can be indicative. I think if I have to draw that here, let us take it in its here itself. It is just, it can be very small. It is because it's a matra. It cannot be as big as character. Indicatively, lil is very small.
The E and E matras don't seem to have shirorekhas.
They have, I
No,
think
as in
when
I
I,
think towards the
okay,
end, I don't know. I mean, maybe you should show it again.
I will show.
Because,
Let's draw that. No,
yes, I mean, I think they mean to that. Okay. So do we cover that or should that be
yes,
a...
yes, yes. We covered that. We covered it into the per also. If we remember, per was not having the shirolekha, but this matra had her own shirolekha, so we covered that.
Oh, but I mean, I think there was a gap in between. At least, I mean, I wrote it down with the
Oh,
gap, maybe
okay,
just
okay, okay, okay.
to
No, we
clarify.
can, we have to cover it.
Okay. Um, Somebody who's asking, is Sharada Lipi still in use?
It is not in use. We there are a lot of texts in Sharada, and very few people know this Lipi, and I can say it is still, I have told in the beginning of my class, it's an unexplored knowledge, unexplored. Whatever people know or whatever people have transcribed, there are very good scholars. There are scholars whom we have learned, whom we always go to take their advices. Even it's like it's not completely used. Everything is I can say it's extinct. That's the reason that we are working on this towards the revival.
Yes. Yeah. Uh, 1 second. Again, there are a lot of questions, so just a moment. There's a question again. I don't understand the question. In Chu is the halant. I mean, okay, it's
True,
not a
not
halant.
have
Is it?
Halan.
That's right.
Yeah, there is a slight
Is it
line.
just a small dot or circle? I mean, I think it's a chu.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
Chu,
maybe
Chu.
it's about
Okay,
the chu. Is it triangular?
it's a
Yeah.
triangle. It's a triangle. It's a triangle. It's not a circle. It's a triangular thing which we have to draw on that line.
Okay. Somebody is asking, can you write pa, na, and cha again, please?
Okay, sure. Pa, na, and cha. Pa, na, cha. Do not worry, even if the Shirolekha extends beyond that A, nothing to worry. You can even extend it, that's fine. A matra is just a small line, not like a full line what we do in Devanagari.
Yeah.
So,
1 second. There are a few more. I'm just one. I think I'm in a lot of people again that E and E, there are like
yeah, okay.
still not clear. A lot of people are asking, should it be? I think the basic question is, should that that Shirolekha or whatever, it should extend. That's what. So this
It
should
cannot.
that be covered or extended? Yeah. So
It
it's
is
a
just,
close.
yeah, exactly. See, if the character has a Shirolekha, that character has the Shirolekha of her own. Like example, when I was drawing the N has its own Shirolekha. I do not disturb that. But additionally, when I put E, I have to put the Shirolekha for that E also. That's all.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay. Um,
I
I
I just
think.
want to show one interesting thing to students. I know this doubt will come to students, and I think I want to take it today. So there are very special characters. Like example, students, please practice this. These are just 4 characters which you have to remember. Remember also, and it is very common why that matra is there. So it is especially on the a matra which I am showing. Like we have seen this was J. Now students will ask, how is Ja, right? So there are, I will let me just draw all those 4 characters, and then people have to remember that. So there were 4 very similar characters which had this type of thing, which will create confusions, and it is good that we I cover it in this session today. One was Ja, another was, if students remember, we had Na, Na, another was, if students remember, we had T, and the last one na. So these 4 characters students have to remember. Please take attention here. In these 4, we have a special A in Sharda.
Rakesh ji, sorry to interrupt. You can add gya also in this.
Okay. You're right. Yes. Correct. Because it was J. Yes. Thank you, Veronica ji. Yes. So how we do this, I will show you. I think then students will appreciate the beauty of the Sharda Lipi. So what we do here, please pay attention here. Now for the A, I was supposed to put a third line, which is not correct. How many lines we will put? It will not give a beautification to that Lipi. So in Ja, what I do, I put it, this is Ja. So I have told in the very beginning of my class when I was writing that this figure is very, very important in Sharda. If I draw a line, it is not a semicircle. It is, if I take center, it is more on the right hand side. So I will draw again, do not worry. So what I am showing here, when I will draw a Ja here, please take little bit, and then this is Ja. And the same figure what I was showing, this applies for all these 4. That means if I have to draw Na, I don't just on the triangle add a matra or small line. What I do here also, I do the same thing. This is Na. If I have to draw Ta, now it will be very interesting why I was telling students that it has to be a very small indicative triangle. Here, let me just give a gap to Na first. I will just draw this here. So it is because we know that we have drawn that J. It will be easy now for students to remember. So this is Ja. Now this Na, how this will come. Please be attentive here. I draw Na as I know. As I know, here what I do, I take a tail and then bring it down. This is Na in Sharda. I will draw these 4 again. I will draw these 4 again. Please don't worry. But I hope this will, this is the starting of that interest. As I told, from today onwards, it is a challenge to teachers to make students attentive and try to remember and memorize these things, and also appreciate the beauty of this lipi. That there are very, very interesting rules also. We will see those going from tomorrow. But yes, I know there will be very lot of questions. Do not worry. We will try to answer each of them. But remember, because these were special figures in Sharda, so I do not just write in J, I just take this and then this is Ja. Similarly, this was N. When I draw Na, this is Na. Similarly, when I draw T and Ta, see this T was a small triangle, and with triangle I cannot add an horizontal line. So what do we do here? This is Ta. Here in Na, I write this Na as I was doing it. Then from here I start and tail bending inwards. This is Na. And similarly Gya. So this is, yeah. So these 4 characters, I think students, please remember these. and practice this along with whatever we learned today. Do not worry, just go slow. Remember these mantras and do the homeworks. Yeah, we will take the questions. I know there will be a lot of questions now.
Rakeshji, just one
Yes.
more thing I want to add here. You can just also tell them the difference, how to differentiate between j and n, the extension of Shirolekha.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So here, if you see, the main difference in this was a straight line. There is no, if you see j, there is a round and then I come down. And also here, this this picture, it is that the same what I have drawn in the j, the same type of a matra, I put it on the na. Yeah, questions?
Um,
Just before that, Veronica ji, is it at the end, or we can put it in the, we can have a Shuralika after that
Uh,
also?
in na, we made this circular thing just at the end. We don't extend the Shirolekha
Okay.
beyond the circle. In ja, we extend the Shirolekha a little bit beyond the circular
Okay.
thing.
Thank you. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking about it. So yeah.
Yes.
I guys, thanks. So what Veronica ji is saying is, when we write j, you can put from the middle and there can be a Shirolekha extending right. When I write n, sometimes this dots in manuscript, it is very difficult to remember that. It is like this. Do not and extend the Shirolekha here. It has to, you have to start that a matra from here itself and then come back. Thanks Veronica ji. Yeah, I had the same doubt. Yeah. Yes,
uh,
Soumya ji, we can
okay.
have question.
Yes. People asking what is the homework for today?
Yeah, homework, please practice whatever we have learned. We learned the matras for na, we learned the matras for pa, we learned the matras for cha, we learned these four special matras. Please practice these matras. Along with that, if students want to practice, you can please, you can do the matra for cha. Please do that. You can do the matra for th. That is fine. We will come to that. There are few characters which we do not give, so that's the reason I'm just putting what all the characters students can practice on. So just give me 2 minutes so students can practice on the. Yeah, I think let's go slow. Just practice only these whatever I'm giving now. So whatever special rules are there where these matra, especially when I will come to that. And a matra, whatever we have learned, mostly it applies to all. But when we see that u and u, there are special, especially e and e. Let me just write that. So matra a applies to all other than these four. Matra e and e applies to all of them, no problem. Do not, u and u is very special. Au and au also applies to all, there is no problem. O and au matra also applies to all, there is no problem. The matras r, r, l, l also applies to all. Only very important point what I will write very special, u matra and u matra, whatever we have learned today, like I was showing the nu or nu, when I was showing this is nu, and when I was showing this is nu. This does not apply. This is a very special matra in Sharda. This does not apply every time on all characters. There are some exceptions. We will learn them. All other matras, please do it, apply it. Do not apply nu and nu on those. Rest you can do practice whatever I have taught today, or if you want to take any characters, do those. Just leave u and u for the matter. If you want to practice u and u the way we learned, please practice only those characters and these three characters as an example for the today's session.
Okay, Ji, there are.
I will again, so much. I will repeat again what I said, because this is very important point. Again, a matra, a matra for Sharda applies to all the characters except the four or five which I have listed here. The I and E matra is applicable to all. Do not worry. Only the matra which is u and u, there are 7 to 8 characters where u and u are written differently. We will learn those. That is the reason that also we do not took the k as an example. So we will practice today as an assignment. We will only practice the na, the ch, the p as an example. You can take any other characters also, but try to avoid using u and u for some if you are taking other characters. Rest you can use any matra.
Okay, Jay, I'll just ask two questions which are there. I mean, there are a lot, but one thing is, how do we apply the mantras to ta, since it is only a round, so the doesn't have a shiroreka or the
That does
line
not matter.
below.
Does not matter. That's
We
it.
can.
The,
Okay. No, for
I,
E and E, or maybe for A.
oh yeah. Tha,
So we add a small shiroreka and
yes.
this one.
Yes.
So similarly for U,
Similarly,
we put a small line below and.
exactly. Yes. So here, but here you will put this matra here, and for u, tu, and tu. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ji. One more for that ta. Like we saw
Yeah.
the difference between ja and nga, where for nga the shiroreka should not extend and ja.
Yes.
So what about that ta?
So
Should it
there is
extend
no,
or should it be at the end?
you can even extend it. There is no problem here. The reason here why it is done, because most of the times it is very difficult in manuscripts to identify that whether there was a round here or not, and sometimes they confuse with this n and j.
Yeah, right. I understand. So, okay, I think we can stop. There are some requests to upload the video soon today because there
Yes.
was this
I
one.
know.
We will try to do that as fast as
Yes.
possible. I'll see if we can get
Yes.
our
And
these things.
also like I just want to say that going forward from today onwards, the classes will be more challenging, more interesting. Please pay attention and try to watch this video many times. And please, we will try to also accommodate all these questions. I know there'll be a lot of questions, and if you can try to put those questions wherever. I think you can send it an email or whatever. We will try to answer, even or maybe the next day. I think it makes sense from today onwards if we can start the sessions with some questions if you have, so that any clarifications, we do not want students to miss anything, because it's very important. If you lose that rule here, it will be very difficult to cope up. So it's very important that we get these very clear, very crisp in our mind, get it through, so that going forward when we are going, because everything is, then it will become cumulative. So we don't want to do that. We will help students to go along with. If students feel that we have to do slow a bit, please let us know. We will also try to do that. But yes, it will be very challenging, very interesting. From now onwards, you'll really understand the beautification of this lipi. It's very some exceptional, all the rules, like example in Devanagari, it is like even in conjuncts are just written half letter and full letter, but in Sharda there's very different rules, very interesting rules. It will be very interesting sessions going forward. So we'll try to answer everybody's questions as much as possible. So do not hesitate, try to keep your questions. Maybe we will spend 10 minutes every day on the questions, and go for the next
Yes, Ji. So there's just one question which I don't know. I mean, as an estimate, what would be the time that each session would take? So people are asking if they can plan accordingly. So is it likely that it will take 1 hour each day, or maybe
yeah,
more?
1 hour each day.
1 hour.
As I'm approximately, I think within 7 to 8 days we should be able to complete now.
Okay. Thank you, Ji. Thank you. Yes, so just to clarify, today's homework is the complete series for the 3 letters which we studied, which is pa, na, and cha. Also, if you want, you can extend it to cha, tha, and da,
Yes,
right? And the
yes,
5 special characters that we did, the a for
yes,
ja, nga, ta, na, and nya.
yes. Yeah, another point, what I want to put here, even though the class was initially planned for half an hour, we are doing 1 hour, because there are many people who really spend time with us, more than 200 students every week, and they have planned it. So why we want to also do little bit extra or little bit more, so that we finish this on time, because it is like everybody respect everybody's time also. That is the reason that we will try to extend our classes, I will try to accommodate as much as possible in this session and be more informative. So plan is, we want to, it's not like we don't want to be slow, because it will not be good for those people who have not planned that. So let us be fair with those also. That's the reason, if students can little bit do little bit more practice on daily basis, it's just a matter of 1 week time, just be with us, and yeah, we will go through this. Okay.
Thank you, Ji. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Namaste everybody.
Thank you.